All right, guys, so I want to show you exactly what you need to start fly fishing and what you need to have in your bag to hit the river. So obviously you're going to need waders and wading boots. So besides those two things, this is kind of your setup that you're going to want to go get from the store to get going. So you just need to get any fly fishing bag. I have Simms, Orvis, Umpqua. There's all kinds of different brands of bags, and it doesn't really matter. You don't need to have an expensive one to start fly fishing. Just get a bag. And there's all kinds. There's sling bags, there's waist packs, everything under the sun that you could imagine. Try them out, see what you like best. And you could start with just any rod and reel combo, depending on where you're at. Like for Utah, for example, I would start with a 9-foot, 5-weight rod and reel combo. These ones I bought separately, but you can just find them together at any store. Just start with something basic. You don't need a really expensive rod and reel to get started. They all will catch fish. So the other thing that you will want to have in your bag is having tapered leader. So typically I like to have a 9-foot 6X, 5X, and a 4X tapered leader. I like to buy them in the 3-packs because you will be surprised at how fast you can go through these. When you purchase a rod and reel combo, a lot of times it'll have backing and fly line already on it. And all you'll need to do is add this tapered leader to start fishing. And then after that, you're gonna wanna make sure that you have some tippet in your bag. I like to have everything from 3X, 4X, 5X, 6X tippet. A little tip for you, so when you are fly fishing, you use this tippet, and it basically is how the lower the number, the thicker the diameter of the tippet is. So for example, if I'm gonna fish a big hopper, I'm gonna use probably a 3X tippet. If I'm gonna fish a little tiny zebra midge, and it's maybe a size 20 or 22, I might use a 6X size tippet. So you wanna have those on hand as well. All right, so a couple other things you're gonna need. Obviously, you're gonna want some flies and a fly box. So a couple of mine, these are some hoppers, some dry flies, ants, different things like that. I love, love, love fishing these. Everything with foam especially I love to fish because it'll float a lot easier. The other box I have typically is a lot of zebra midges and smaller size flies. So a couple little options for flies there, super important. If you go to the fly fishing shop, whether it's Cabela's, Sportsman's, Bass Pros, a lot of times they'll have a board of what's hitting at what rivers and what flies to get. They'll even go tell you in the shop. A lot of the guides that are there are guys that are working in those stores, typically fish the rivers a lot and the lakes, and will be able to tell you what's hitting. You're also gonna wanna have some dry fly floating and some indicators. So these indicators, these airlock indicators, are actually my very favorite. They have a screw top, and these are awesome because they won't put a kink in your fly line. So these are by far my fave. You're gonna wanna have a pair of forceps, a pair of nippers. These are just two different options of nippers. Sometimes people like these little bit thicker ones. I actually like something a little thinner to cut the fly line with and the tippet. You're also gonna need to have some weights, a good selection there. And I like to have this little leather tool to straighten out my fly line. It helps with any kinks that are happening. Typically when I set up a fly rod and reel, the fly line or the tapered leader will have kinks in it from being around the reel. So I'll straighten it out with this cool little tool. They're pretty inexpensive. Last but not least, a hat is super important, and some polarized sunglasses. Polarized sunglasses, a lot of people don't know that they need these to fish. It's gonna help you be able to see in the water a lot easier, protect your eyes while you're fly fishing, really, really important to have, and also a good net. So that's everything you're gonna need to have in your bag to get going fly fishing. Specifics, there's all kinds of product out there. Just ask the people in the shop that you walk into, whether it's Cabela's, Bass Pros, a fly fishing shop. They'll be able to help you out with each of the individual things that you'll need.